Hello everyone and welcome to Made in the Moment, chilling with Ikamalami Unelsiwe Ngumalo. And today on Made in the Moment, we're chilling with Mpho Gumbi. He is the team principal at Squadron Course. And directly translated from Italian, it means team racing. He joins us today to speak to us about Squadron Course and exactly what it is. For those who don't know who Mpho is Mpho Gumbi?
Well, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Mpho Gumbi, well, I'm from Gauteng, Johannesburg. I was born and raised in Parkhurst. I seemed to get into this business through a coincidence. I was flicking through the TV at the age of 10. Black and white TV at the time, and I was going through the channels. I think I was looking for cricket, and it was 1994, and I happened to watch the San Marino Grand Prix. At the very moment this guy careered off the track and hit the wall, you know, and there was some palaver about it. At 10 years old, you're kind of excited and like, whoa, there's a sport that can hurt you, you know. So I going through the emotions. The next day I woke up, it was all over the news. This great racing driver, Ayrton Senna, had passed on. He was the same guy who hit the wall, and I think the interest swung at that time, ironically. So it was one of those things. That's how I got into the sport. But yeah, from the age of 10, I guess, is the time when I got introduced to motorsport, although it was quite tragic.
Sure. And now we speak of Mpho Gumbi and we speak of Squadron Course.
Yeah.
What is Squadron Course?
Well, Squadron Course essentially is a company that I started in 2012. Yeah. I was in the motorsport industry for a while. I think from around when I was 15, I was in a development series with another motor manufacturer. I can't speak about it right now because obviously I carry the VW logo now, and I got through the development team with them, and I'm one of those kind of people that I wanted to do more. I wanted to go for Formula One, and unfortunately the road didn't take us to Formula One. It ended up me going to work for a service provider that they had. They had a go-karting team and a go-karting business. I started off as a cleaner there, washing little parts and helping clients get in and out of the go-karts and stuff. And I wanted more for myself, and I was like, I want to do more. I want to know how that guy does the spares, you know. I want to know how that guy mechanics the go-kart. And I learned that, and I went to the spares, and then eventually I was running that company.
I like that.
Around 2012, I decided that, my parents, they were like, no, but now it's time to do something proper, something real, you know.
Yes.
But this was my passion, you know. I wanted to do something with it, so I wanted to show them that no, I can do this. This can be something viable. I got convinced anyway, somewhere down the road, and they led me to do something in IT. I hated it. I did IT for 3 months, jumped back into motorsport because the guys that were with me through the period when I was from the development team and then through the business I was running, wanted me back. They wanted me to come back, and they wanted me to do something. And that was the moment that we decided, let's actually start off our own team. At the time, we didn't know what it was. It was just a team.
Yes.
We didn't know if we should call it Mpho Gumbi Sport or what should we call it. And then I had this Italian friend of mine. His name is Davide. Bless him, because I don't know where he is in the world. But he's like, I'm like, what is it racing and what is team? You know?
Yes.
And he's like, no, it's called Squadron Course. I'm like, really? Squadron Course? That's the name.
That's it. Yes.
That's what.
And how has business been since you started in 2012?
Again, I think my life's a matter of coincidences, and if I look back and I refer back to it and see how it all worked out, a lot of people say when you start business, you have to have capital, you have to know what you're doing, you have to have a business plan and so forth. As I said, I ran into it because I had a couple of clients that wanted me to come back, start my own thing. So that's the opportunity was there. I decided to jump. Let's just do it, you know. Maybe because of the Aries factor that I am. We just jump and do things that you think later. But yeah, the partner I had was from the IT company that I worked for 3 months. And unfortunately, it didn't work out having him as a partner. We started the business actually minus 500,000 Rand because of the spares we took, and he just disappeared.
Yeah.
with the money, and I didn't even have the capital. I had zero, but not only zero, I had minus 500,000.
Oh my gosh.
So at that age and being new to the business, I had to figure things out. But because I knew everybody in the business, I spoke to all the relevant importers and the suppliers. Look, guys, we're starting something. We will try. We will cover your amounts. And from then, it started moving on and moving forwards, and slowly we recovered that amount, and then then the business started to become a business from that point.
And I mean, it does sound like you did hit some stumbling blocks. What are some of those challenges that you can think back to now and think these are the challenges that I came across?
Oh wow! I think we have for 8 years. Those challenges are still here.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I was speaking to another business consultant the other day, and he said, "Well, it takes 30 years to get a comfortable business moving forwards, and after 10 years, you see hitting your teens and you start flying, right?" So I'm still in my toddler years, should you call it?
Yes.
So the challenges, well, my sport is unique. I think our business is the only business in the world that's, first of all, black-owned, youth-owned, that's competing in motorsport in the world so far. I see Formula One and Lewis Hamilton and those kind of people are trying to get more people involved other than, should we say, our counterpart, white parts. They're trying to get more people involved of diversity and bring diversity into the sport. But I think if you have a look, I stand to correction, but I think we're the only ones right now. In Africa even, if not the world.
Yeah.
So it was a challenge in the sense that to get other people to understand what it is that we're doing, other people being other clients of ours, which I've inherited the black market. So I've now kind of specialized in that. So to get them to first understand what it is that we do is very hard. And then to get them to spend the kind of money that we need them to do over 12 months every year is another challenge. So it's difficult because in this game you need both. You need the input of their passion, and then you need the financial input as well for us to be able to compete.
So how are you able to maneuver around that kind of a challenge? Because here you are 8 years later and you're saying these challenges are still there, but you are also still here, Squadron Course is still here. How are you maneuvering?
Well, I think it's hard work. We're 24/7 at the track. We're trying our hardest. I think also being passionate about what we do. We're passionate about our kids, we're passionate about who they are. So you find us that we're also different from other teams. We don't just deliver the service and walk away. We go fetch them. We go bring them to the track. We their psychologists, we their doctors, we their friends, we everything. So we try to build the whole individual around it because it's as much as it's individual, it's a team-based sport, and you can find it that anywhere you go, you have to have a buy-in from everybody. And if you get that environment right, you start winning. And that goes towards our highlights. We've got one of our champion kids, who got 2 South African championships. And then we also got him South African colors 2 years ago. So that was a major achievement coming from us. Completely black-owned, completely black personnel, technical personnel. But we do have a lot of the other teams or the other associates within the sport helping us.
Mpho, how has COVID-19 affected your business?
It's been a shock, to put it mildly, We're in, basically we sport on a list of people's essentials, and as well as obviously the government regulations on the levels. We were pretty much the last industry to get going. And during COVID, we were basically non-operational, but we had to think on our feet. So what happened then is that we then started instructing a new series. It's called the online racing, where we got kids to start getting little seats and little steering wheels and stuff, and actually connecting to the computer and on the internet, and we could actually race each other. So as much as we had social distancing, we were able to interact with each other. So that was thinking out of the box.
And for those parents and children who are watching right now, who are interested in getting into motorsport, where do we find you?
Yeah, so quite simply, we're on every social platform you can find. Squadron Course official on Instagram, on Facebook, and as well on Twitter. Mpho Gumbi is another one that you can follow me. My personal life is motorsport, so I only post all the motorsport stuff on my personal page as well. So send me a DM, try find us. We are based at Joaklm, which is in Pretoria West. Come through to the racetrack when obviously social distancing and things are involved, but send me a DM or get a hold of my numbers. My numbers are also on there. You can call me 24/7 and we will try and get you going and try and get you racing. Or obviously it's not just for drivers. Hey, if you want to become a technician, you want to come and do marketing, you want to come and do something with the team, we welcome you. It's just not go-kart racing as well. With VW Motorsport, we're able to get ourselves up into Polo Cup racing. So there's opportunities in the big team with racing proper cars. So if you want to do something with us, for sure, come through.
Mpho, thank you so much for all of this insight that you've shared with us, and we wish you all of the best. But before we let you go, we have something that we do here on Made in the Moment. It's called the quickfire questions. So we're going to do this the Fast and the Furious style because we're with you, and you have to answer these questions in 30 seconds. Actually, so you are in luck. Are you ready?
Great. All right, let's try.
Do we have the clock?
Go for it.
Right, let's go. If you could be any flavor of ice cream, what ice cream flavor would you be?
Vanilla.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Brazil. It's fun.
What is one of your weird quirks?
My weird quirks?
Yeah.
I tease everyone.
And what is your favorite joke?
Wow. Knock, knock.
Where is the worst place you could get stuck?
Alex.
That's it. You managed to actually answer all your questions within the 30 seconds. Thank you so much for your time, Paul. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
That was Mpho Gumbi of Squadron Course joining us here on Made in the Moment, chilling with us today and telling us all about motorsport and racing. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let's also remind you that today's episode was brought to you by Asha. Remember, you can find them on ladyasha.com, and a menstrual cup will cost you only 199 rands. From me and the rest of the team, Sale kahle.